think we're learning that everything has a life cycle. Remember the egg? Sure. Inside the egg grew an oviparous animal. Let's say a chick. It grew inside the egg. It hatched. It was a little baby chick. It got to be an adult. It laid an egg. Chicken grew inside the egg. The egg hatched. Baby chick. Full grown adult. The adult lays an egg. And it goes in a cycle, right? It's the same way with plants. There's a little seed, and the seed goes in the soil. With sun and rain and healthy soil, the roots grow down into the earth to get all the good nutrients in the water from the soil, and then the plant sprouts. 2 little seed leaves are the first thing you're going to see, because those are the leaves that will make the food that the plant needs. And it will grow. And there will be more leaves. And then pretty soon, there's a flower. Now, some flowers are beautiful flowers like we pick and put on our tables and grow in our gardens. But most plants have a flower. Remember the pumpkin? It started with a flower, didn't it? And then when the flower died off, behind it, that's where the pumpkin grew. Happens with apples too. If you notice right now, in the spring, you're going to see beautiful apple trees with lots of blossoms. And then all of a sudden, the blossoms are gone. But the apples, they're just starting to grow. They were behind each one of those little flowers. I remember having a garden when I was a young child, and my father grew beans. Yeah, those beans, you didn't notice it very much, but they started as a flower before they grew into beans. Very interesting. So today we're going to talk about how that works. And you're going to use this paper to kind of get your mind going and think about it. All right? So this is seed growth and sequence. It means how it happens. Let's see. They're not in the right order, are they? What do we have here? That's just the little sprout. Are you noticing that it looks like the seed is up there? Isn't that interesting? What happens is when the plant sprouts up, sometimes the seed coat is still up on those 2 little seed leaves. It will split and that seed coat will fall off. And see how the leaves are poking out? I know when I plant a plant, I'm always thinking, I just want to pick that coat off so it'll help. But it's best to let the seed break free on its own. The plant break free from the seed coat on its own. So that's not where it began. Let's look over here. Oh, look, it's just a seed in the soil. Not the dirt, remember. It's in the soil. Rain and sun. Does it have what it needs? It does. Now let's go over here. Well, there's that same seed. But see what's happening? There's something growing, but it's not growing up, is it? Why is it growing down? Those are where the roots are going to be. Exactly. See here? Those are the roots. And pretty soon that little seed is going to come right up. And the leaves will break free from the seed coat. Are you starting to see what order these should be in? And what do we have here? Looks like a healthy plant to me. It has beautiful leaves. The roots are going down so that rain that came the other day, the plant can still make use of that, can it? Because the moisture is in the soil. Yep. Okay, so your job today is going to be color first. Cut. You're just going to cut out these shapes. What are they called? Rectangles. How many rectangles? 4. You're going to cut out color, cut out, and it says here glue down in order, but I did not give you a big long strip. So when you have them really looking nice, you can just place them in order, and maybe mom or dad can take the picture and send it to me. The nice thing about that is you can mix them up and see if other people know what order they go in. And you can explain to them about the things we just talked about, that the seed needs sun, rain, and soil. That first, the roots grow down. And when the plant emerges, lots of times the seed coat is still on there, and it has to break free from the seed coat. And then the leaves would come. Now, are you noticing it's not really a cycle yet? Because it's hard to say what's going to happen next. So now we have our plant. Do you know what would happen next? Because when you lay these out, you could do what's next. You could make your own cards. I think you'd need a couple. Because after the plant comes the flower. And the seeds are either in that flower, or if that plant produces a fruit, the seeds are in the fruit. If that plant were a tree, it would produce its own seeds too, wouldn't it? And then what would happen? The seeds fall to the ground. The rain and the sun and the soil help it to sprout. The roots grow. The plant goes to the sun. Seed coat breaks off, more leaves, a flower. The plant grows, the seeds drop, and they get planted. So, this is only the beginning of the life cycle of a seed. I wonder if anybody could make 2 or 3 more cards that would show all of it and how it continues again. You're a pretty good scientist. Somebody will be able to do it. I have confidence in you. Be proud. Do a nice job. It might be hard to color these with regular pencils, or crayons rather. If you have colored pencils, that's what I like to use. Or I'm just careful and color lightly. I think you can do a good job. And remember, it's a scientific picture. So the soil would be brown or light black. The sun. And what about the seed coat and the plant? Think about the colors they would be. We know the leaves have to be green because that's what makes the food. Can't wait to see it, boys and girls. Work hard.